I'm Eggy Drago. I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. I'm a part-time video store clerk, a part-time brawler. Oh yeah, and a full-time human being. Wow. When I went to Tokyo back in February 2024, I went to an idol concert on a whim because my VTuber Oshi, who graduated, was into that scene. Needless to say, I got hooked. Yeah, I think we bought too many checkies. After talking to a few idols, I realized every single one of them has a story, be it why they chased this dream, their ups and downs, and even their future after all this. And that's what I'm here to do. Learn more about the idol culture, the various scenes around the world, and to give them a platform to tell their stories. Every idol has a dream and a story to tell. This is IDOLEYEZ. A wotagei and chikagei specialist, and an honorary member of IDOLEYEZ. We'll speak to Peoni about the importance of wotagei culture and how it relates to the idol scene. All eyes on me. IDOLEYEZ, episode 17. Peoni Astera. Tonight at 5 p.m. PDT, 8 p.m. EDT. Wow. Oh, there we go. Hello. Hi. Howdy. We got a lot of new people. We got a lot of old people. But I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. With my VTuber model, I am Mighty Eggy Drago, and we are here for IDOLEYEZ episode 17 with the undisputed dipper of glow sticks in their beer, in her beer, the undefeated slapper of wotas. This is Peoni Astera!
Yo! Thanks for having me here. When you said beer, I was like, wait, maybe I should hold the beer.
But yes.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being on. You may be wondering, Eggy, Peoni's not an idol. Why is she here? Well, Peoni is here because she is I would say an expert of wotagei, an expert of chikagei, and she is spreading the word alongside IDOLEYEZ to have more people do that. Yeah. Woo.
Oh my god.
But
That's
first,
a compliment.
but before we start this interview, we are humbled and honored to have our first sponsor for IDOLEYEZ, and we are sponsored for this episode by Lights.
Yay!
Lights?
Lights! Let's go!
Lights? Yeah, lights. How can we light up the live? At Lights, we make your moments shine brighter. Whether you're heading to a concert, a party, or any exciting event, we've got you covered with concert pen lights, light sticks, UOs, colored glow sticks, and accessories that take your experience to the next level. Looking for something special? We also offer customized products in bulk, perfect for connecting fans with idols and making your event unforgettable. Check us out at yeahlights.com and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at yeahlights. Whoa, amazing that we got a shop that sells a lot of UOs, pen lights for this episode, specifically for you, Peoni. But
I know, that's amazing. You got lights in here. Help them out. Yeah, lights, yay.
But yes, let's head on and start this interview. I would ask, how you got into, what got you into J culture / idol culture?
Well, thanks for having me here. First of all, thank you so much, because I was like, when I got the email, I was like, idol? I'm like, idol? I don't know much about idol. So like, when I got your email, I was like, okay, let's reply back. Like, I'm I'm not exactly an idol, but you know what? I'm adjacent enough.
Adjacent, yeah.
Whenever idols are there, you see these whole bunch of otaku guys with pen lights, cheering and doing wotagei, doing mixes, right? So I was like, okay, I think I can do this. But first of all, thank you so much for having me here.
I am honored to have you on. And yeah, I mean, like Wota and chikagei is very much adjacent. I mean, it is done at idol concerts, and it's also done in specifically anikura and events like that. So yeah.
To answer your first question, what got me into J culture slash idol? Idol culture. I would say, well, ever since I was a kid, I always loved anime. I grew up reading manga and watching anime, and it just became a big part of who I am. And when I got to middle school, a lot of my friends seemed to grow out of it, but I never understood why I should stop enjoying something I loved so much. So instead of growing out of that, I got more involved in Japanese culture by going to like anime convention, cosplaying, and then watching J drama, J movie, just like all like Japanese stuff, Japanese culture in general. And well, of course, there was a short time in college where I had to put my hobby on hold to focus on studying, but my passion for J culture just never went away. And there's just so much to enjoy, and I never found a good reasons to stop liking it. So, um, I would say it's always been a source of happiness for me. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. So like that's like in general going into J culture. But you said like you're not really into like idol culture. Was there like ever a time like maybe like a stint where you liked an idol group? I do remember like scrolling through your Twitter, you did reference like how one idol from AKB felt like during an election or
Oh,
something like that.
no, like, oh yeah, well, yeah, sure. If we're talking about idol groups, I'm definitely into the 48 groups like AKB48, NMB48, JKT48, Oh, not JKT, HKT48. Um, there's so many cute and talented girls, so I don't know. If I can't pick Oshi because I Oshi hen.
Oh
I'm like
no.
I'm DD. I'm DD. Like I like everyone.
I mean, I get it. I get it. Cause like, yeah, I say like I have 3 Kamiyoshis, but like,
Ah.
one of my friends, Fluff, calls me a Kuso Darademo Daisuki. So that's awesome.
I think there's nothing wrong with being a DD. That means that you just like everyone. There's nothing wrong with that. I think. So,
Yeah.
but if I were to like pick my Oshis, it goes back all the way like I don't know, maybe like a decade ago. But I would say I started with like Atsan Maida Atsuko from AKB48, and then I got into Sashi Arino, and then I also love Sayane. I like Miruki. I like Paruru. I like Sakura.
You like everyone.
I told you I'm
DD.
PD. I like everyone. So there's just too many to name. But if I have to pick, I guess I have to. I would say I started with my dots,
Mm,
right? Mm.
I see. Uh, going through that, and then I guess going through who you are now, presenting who you are now as a VTuber. How did you? How and why did you become a VTuber?
Oh, it's gonna be long. Oh, okay. Well, I used to be pretty content with my hobby, like enjoying the social life, with the hobby, like attending conventions, hanging out with friends who share the same interests. Like I'll go like restaurants, like Japanese restaurants, and then enjoy ramen, or like like or sometimes we would do like toshikoshi soba, like how like Japanese people like New Year celebration they will eat soba like on New Year's.
Right.
or New Year's Eve and the things like that. Like I'll do that. Like I was so into the J culture that I very much enjoyed social life that came with it. Um, it got to the point that I enjoyed it so much that I even moved to California from another state because just because there are so many weeb friends living in California.
I get it.
So that was like that's how serious I was about having a strong weeb community and being a part of it. Being around people and having fun at conventions like really satisfied my outgoing personality. But then the COVID pandemic happened and everything changed. I couldn't go to cons, I couldn't see my anime group friends, and my life just started to feel like very dull. And then it's just like just work and work and work. And then I don't really share like my weeb personality or hobbies with my work friends or like coworkers. So like everything just seemed really bad and then with no real outlet. So but then around 2022 I discovered VTubing and I was like, wait, you saying that I can be an anime girl and socialize with people online?
Amazing, amazing
I
stuff.
know. Like you mean I can just hit start streaming and then I can chat about all the things I love, like all the weeby stuff. I was like, oh my god, sign me up right now, sign me up. So that's how my VTuber journey began. Um, my I would say that like that's literally why I decided to be a VTuber. So I can satisfy my social weebness through I guess Twitch.
I see. Um, I want to ask, was promoting wotagei and chikagei something that you wanted to do as soon as you started VTubing, or was that something that came up later?
uh Yeah, promoting wotagei, chikagei wasn't something I initially planned. But like I said, like I just wanted to be a pink-haired anime girl and talk about everything that I like about weeb culture. But then, like of course, because I'm part of that otage chikage community, like the some elements of that just became part of my stream naturally because I often do mixes during karaoke and then like talking about light sticks and stuff like that, right? Um, but then it was actually a friend from Otage community who pointed out how sad he was that Otage seemed to be dying out here in the States. And that's when I decided to step up and help spread the amazingness of Otage through VTubing. People say that there is a VTuber for everything, and as far as I know, no one else was claiming to be an Otage VTuber. So I was like, you know what? I'll take that. I'll become that Otage Chikage VTuber. So you know what? That's where I. That's where I am now.
Awesome stuff. Might as well just use your platform for something. And
Right.
yeah.
Right.
um, since there are people like we have a couple of viewers that are just getting into like idol culture slash,
Mhm.
the adjacent Wota culture. Can you explain what wotagei and chikagei are?
Oh yeah, I understand the confusion. It's like even for me until like very recent time, like I had a hard time. Like I had very abstract understanding of the difference between otage and chikage, but I had to have like conversations with my friends to actually properly categorize and define it. So, and then this can change in the future as well, but so far the consensus on the difference between otage and chikage is like this. Again, guys, this can change. but so far, this is the consensus. Let's see. To break it down, otage and chikage are both ways fans show their love for idols, BAs, or like anime genre, whatever in the within the culture. But they do have different vibes. To get into the detail, I have to go over the history just a little. I hope people don't get bored.
No,
Listen, take
they
notes.
won't. Take notes.
Take notes, guys. So started with otage with O, not
Oh.
otage with W. It all started with otage with O, where fans created special cheers and movements to support their favorite idols. Then a guy named Bakuhon tried doing otage with pen lights in the early 2010s, and it became super popular because it's so flashy. People loved it so much, and it started spreading really quickly. And Bakuhon started this group called the Ginyu Tokusentai, now very well known as Ginyu Force. They help the group. Have you heard of Ginyu Force?
I heard of the actual Ginyu Force from Dragon Ball. So
Oh, that's what usually people say when I say Ginyu Force. But it's an otage group. It's a legendary otage group in Japan.
Mm.
And they helped make that style of light stick dancing, which eventually got the name otage with W. It's more organized and cool looking with special moves called waza. So otage with W is like, long story short, otage with O, but with light sticks and lots of wazas, like flashy, cool things. And then, meanwhile, otage with O evolved into something called chikagei to
Mhm.
avoid confusion with otage with W. Chikagei, which means underground art, um, came from fans at idol concert like Morning Musume and AKB48 in the early 2000s. So chikage looks like otage with W, but it's more loose, fun shenanigans, and mainly done without light sticks.
Yeah, with
So
just
usually
hands and
just,
stuff.
yeah, hands.
Ah, I see.
Personally, I think otage with W looks super cool because it's cool.
Yeah.
But chikage is really fun. Chikage is just really fun and goofy. But again, very fun.
It's-
So I would say if you don't necessarily need to know the concepts, but if you think that it's like really cool looking, super cool looking, and it has the light sticks, otage with W. It's a whole bunch of shenanigans and people having too much fun. Chikage. That's just my okay. The last part is just my definition. Like, don't go for it, but I would say that. I would say that.
I see. um, do you remember when was the first time you got really into Wota or slash Chikage?
I think I was into it like from the very start. The first time that I saw otage, it was when I saw a group called Kaioken, or overseas otage research group, back in 2015 at J-Pop Summit. I was like, I just saw a whole bunch of guys doing otage, and I didn't even know what otage was back then. Like, it's not like I saw Oshinoko.
No,
Right?
no.
Like, Oshinoko didn't exist back then, so I'm like, what the heck is this? But the moment that I saw, I was like, whoa, this is so cool. And I instantly got hooked. You know, like, I just didn't even know what that was. I just had zero idea. Like I said, like I said, there was no such thing as an Oshinoko, so like I just didn't even know that was a thing. And then it was then when I saw it first time, and I was like, I'm in. What is this? What are you guys doing? What is this? And that's when they were like, oh, you never said otage? And I'm like, no, what is this? I'll take dozen. So I think it was around that time, yeah, like 2015.
I see. Do you remember like the first time you really just like picked up like UOs or pen lights and did like an actual like routine?
I think pen lights had been always there, so I knew pen lights was a thing because like you can just watch YouTube of like whoever your favorite Japanese idols or artists are, and then when you watch their live concert, like in the audiences, everyone's like waving their pen lights, right?
Right.
So I was like, okay, like I knew that was a thing that they use pen light, but I also was very much familiar with like like Yuo Kampai and things like that because everyone else was doing it, even in the States. Um, but I didn't know there was such thing as wotagei. I think I would say maybe my first time that I bought my pen light was back in 2015 when I'm not sure if you're familiar with Lantis. Lantis is like
It's a
r-
company,
record
right?
label.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
they brought their whole bunch of artists to the state, like Lantis festival in Vegas
It was in
in
Vegas.
2015. Yes,
What?
it was in Vegas. I remember like so clearly. They were bringing my number one Oshi group called Jam Project, and
Ooh.
then I was a huge. I'm still a huge fan of Jam Project, and then when they announced that Jam Project will be coming to Vegas, I was like, I never been to Vegas, but I'm coming. And then I went there, and that's where I got my first light sticks. Um, from their Lantis Festival goods. You know, they had Lantis Festival light sticks. So that's how I got my first light sticks
I
from
see.
Lantis Festival in Vegas,
Mm,
2015.
neato.
Yeah. Yeah, Lantis Matsuri.
It's Lantis Matsuri. Um, hmm. You are part of like the wotagei chikagei community, but also
Mm-hmm.
primarily it's done in idol events, but it's also done in these events called anikura. Do you
Mm-hmm.
want to explain what anikura is for like people not really familiar with it?
Let's see. Anikura is, if you break down the words anikura, it's anime club, right? Anime
Right.
club. But we're not talking about like high school anime club. But like we're talking about the like club music. Oh, I'm going clubbing, or like I'm going to
Unts, unts,
rave.
unts.
Yeah, you know that kind. So basically, it's a club. But all the songs that they play are like all anime or anime adjacent. That would be the actual definition of anikura. Um, However, I think it's getting used more loosely in this country.
Very,
Like
yeah.
very loosely. I have a lot to unpack about that.
Uh, let's let's head back a bit. What was like the
Mhm.
very first anikura event you went to, and what was it like?
I think it has to be. Oh, it hasn't been really okay. Surprisingly, it hasn't been that long. I wanna say it was like 2018. Yeah, I think it's about like 6 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, a group of my friends decide to throw an Anikura event in LA during Anime Expo weekend.
Mm.
Um, if you were there, I think you would know. They called it Ora Peace Party, which was an after party for Anisong World Matsuri. Um, at that time, I didn't really know about Anikura. I knew it existed, but like I just never been there. But since all my core group friends were going to that Anikura event in LA, I decided to join them, and oh my gosh, it was an eye-opening experience because like as a lifelong weeb, um being in a place where a bunch of people with the same interests are all hyped up listening and dancing to anime music, that was just so amazing. Plus there were drinks. I love alcohol.
That's why on your prom I put like malort and soju on the side.
Oh, I noticed. I was like, wait a minute. It was, well, Anikura just to have everything that I could have hoped for. Again, you know, anime music, weebs, alcohol. What else can I hope for? You know.
I see. I think for me, like the closest thing that I've been to that is anikura, close to anikura, was like right after Natsumatsuri, which was
Mhm.
in Jersey.
Mhm.
They had a DJ that played a lot of anime music, and like there was like a bunch of people that like, you know, they did like mixes and stuff, and like they also
Mhm.
danced. So it's basically kind of that, but also not really. Not really a lot of drinks involved, but
Ah.
like yeah, it was also like for 30 minutes. I was like whatever. But
Oh, 30.
it was like right after, cause like we had like a bunch of like idols, Kaiga idols like perform as well. So this is like late, like right afterwards. So yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
Oh, I see. Well, what's so you haven't really been to any anikura events?
No, not really.
Ah, okay. Are you interested?
For sure. You
Mm,
know,
okay.
jamming out with like other weebs to anime music. Sure, why not?
Okay. Well, just I'll let you know if there's anyone coming. Um, you said that you're not going to Anime NYC this
I am
weekend.
not, sadly.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, not.
Well, but there is one anikura happening in Anime NYC. If anyone's interested in coming, it's happening Saturday.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Wait, not. I'm sorry, not Saturday. Friday.
Friday.
Friday. Check my Twitter for information, guys.
Yeah. Go to Fio's Twitter.
Mhm.
Sidetracking a bit. What
Yeah.
would you say is your favorite song of all time to Woda to?
There's so many songs that I love to wotagei to or chikagei to, but in general, I genuinely prefer ones that are well known, like popular song, because wotagei and chikagei, they're the most fun when you're doing it with a bunch of people. It's not fun. I don't know. Some people might feel differently. Maybe some people like the like spotlight, but for me, I like when I'm doing things with a lot of people. So, um, popular songs that everyone knows are my favorite because more people will tend to know, and then they will know what to do. So lately, I think I'm really into Wakure ga Tomaranai because it's a song where you can see a whole bunch of people getting involved and having fun. So I would say Wakure ga Tomaranai.
I see. Mm. Walkier.
Yeah. It,
Um.
yeah.
Yep. You first. Did you want to add something?
No, just in case you don't know what that is. Like, it's from Macros.
Macross. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know.
Yeah. You also, well, digging through your Twitter because I needed info on the episode. I saw you went to Japan. How was that?
Uh, okay, I'll be honest. I hate traveling.
What?
I really hate traveling. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I don't like inconveniences. And then like when you're traveling, it's just like I don't like being in a transportation for too long. And then even for from California, it's like 12 hours
Yeah.
flight, and I was dying. I was
Really?
I was like, every time I'm flying, I feel like dying because like I feel like I'm a chicken in a coop, you know. But if I exclude that part about my trip, it was amazing. Of course, it's amazing. It's Japan. It was great. Foods are amazing, and the currency at the time was just
it was
good.
so weak.
I know. I was like, "Are you serious?" Like, I would look at it, and then it was like trying to buy a like hair clips or something, and then I'll pick it up, and it's like the hair clip says it's like 4,200 yen, and I'm like 4,200 yen.
And then you check the conversion.
In my head, it's like $42. I'm like, I'm not buying this, but then I'm like, hold on a second, and I would do the currency. What do you call like
The
you change
converter?
it to USD? Yes.
Yeah,
And then it's like
$30.
$30.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, I can do it.
Yeah.
You know.
You went around like late April. I went around like like late March, early Aprl. So like the yen was really down. So
Oh my gosh, aren't you lucky?
we were
I think
both
everyone
lucky.
was lucky. Even
Yeah.
now, it's not that bad. I mean, yeah, it went up, but it's not that bad still.
It's like 1 to 145 ish, but like
Yeah.
yeah, I wish it was still at like down,
I know.
way
I
down.
think it's like all of us like we've going there spending our dollars. It helped.
Oh no!
So you think? I think it helped. Like we all spending you. We're pouring USD in Japan. It must have helped,
And yeah,
right?
it probably boosted the currency.
Oops, sorry if you're about to go to Japan. I'm so sorry, guys.
Sorry about that. Were there any specific events you wanted to go to in Japan?
Um, so my main goal was to go to Niku Festival, which is an annual festival during Japanese Golden Week, where people can enjoy different types of meat dishes. But okay, like so that's the main I don't know description for Niku Festival, but interestingly, it also became a big event for chikagei enthusiasts who come to perform chikagei to DJs playing anime. So we don't know why. We don't know, even like they started recruiting like anime song singers and idols to attract more ota people. Even those artists, they will tell you that they were on the stage and they're like, this one of course I went there because one of the Jam Project member was performing. So I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go. And then he was like, what's Niku Fest has anything to do with anime song, guys? I don't know. I was like, bruh, if you don't know, why would I know? But yeah, so Niku Fest became like such a big event for chikagei crowds. And I would say I want you to go check it out because it's just one of the best places to see and practice the latest trendy chikage firsthand. So I had to check it out. But beside Niku Fest, I also went to Japanese anikura event called Anisong Disco in Shibuya, and Ginyu Force was about to disband. So they were
Oh.
holding their very last performance. Well, like I said, Ginyu Force they were literally the foundation of modern wotagei with W. So it was important for me to go see and witness the end of era. But it was great.
uh,
So
so,
those are the main three events that I would say I went to see in Japan.
I see. How long was your stay over
Um,
there?
it was about 10 days.
Oh wow.
I couldn't handle more than that. Like, first time I went to Japan, it was about 5 days, and it was great. I had such fun. And then second time I went to Japan, it was a week, but I realized after fifth day, like I'm weird, okay? Like I'm weird. After fifth day, I was like, I want to go home. I'm tired. Japan is cool, but I can't do this anymore. I gotta go home because I miss my bed. I miss my pillow. I miss my shampoo and conditioner that I use. I miss my bathtub. I'm like, I gotta go. So like, I realized that even like 7 days was like a little too much for me. Because I got issues.
It's
But
you're valid, yeah.
this time it was like it was my boyfriend who was taking me to Japan, and he was like, Peony, how you gonna go to Japan and only stay 5 days? That's just wrong, Peony. I was like, but I don't want to be there for too long. And he's like, how about 2 weeks? And I'm like, bruh, I'm gonna die. And he's like, okay, how about 10 days? I'm like, I would appreciate it if it's 5 days, but okay, we can do 10 days. It wasn't really up to me. But it was great.
I think, yeah, this year I went to Japan twice. It was like a 5-day stay and then another 5-day stay. So I think like the max I've done was 5 days. So I've never done like anything past that, which
I
is like
think 5 days is just like really honeymoon. It's like a honeymoon length, I would say. And for me, at least it was a honeymoon length. Anything more than 5 days, I'm like, I wanna go home.
I get it. With the anikura events that you went to, how would you compare it to the ones from back home in the US?
Hmm. I don't think it's that different from the ones from here, but I will tell you. Uh, to explain this, I have to talk about the different types of anikura culture because there are different types of anikura culture even within Japan. If I were to categorize anikura, I would divide into two main types: anikura for non wota groups and anikura for wotas. So first type is more like a rave or a clubbing culture in the US where the DJs will play anime song and people just vibe however they want, like hands up, jumping up and down and having fun. You know, that's what people do in like clubs in general, right? Not
Right.
anikura in specific, but if you go to any club, people will be doing that, right? They just throw their hands in the air, jump up and down, vibe to the music, right?
Yeah.
Um, there is a anikura culture that is just like that, except the songs are just anime songs.
Mm.
So that will be one, but the second type of anikura, um, it's different, and this is a very niche part of the anikara culture, which is um wotagei, like wota focused. It's like whole different level. In this kind of anikara, there are specific otage or chikagei routines for different songs. For example, you might have seen the video on my Twitter that you played earlier. You know that laughing people thing.
Yeah.
So that that belongs in the second type of anikara culture. That's the concept of slapping is tied to that particular song that was getting played in the background. So when the song was played, I just knew that it's time for me to slap people. So it's a part of the Ota culture associated with the song. Like DJs at this type of anikura, they will usually keep the song close to original with fewer interruptions and remixes, whereas like in comparison, like the first of anikura that I described, the DJs will be changing the structure of the song a lot, and they will remix the song, and sometimes it gets to the point that you don't even know which song it is.
Mm.
So that will be the differences between two different types of anikura cultures. Of course, these you might be also wondering, like, Peony, how do you know when that song gets played, you need to slap people? Uh, I mean, those routines aren't really set in stone. It's just like it just became a thing. Like when a person randomly starts doing things and then people record it and then it becomes the norm for that song. And then sometimes it just evolves by itself too because like, oh yeah, did you see that person's like slapping another person during that song? Yeah, you know what? This time I don't want to only slap one person. I want to slap like 10 people.
So
Then you can adapt it, and then you can like start slapping a whole bunch of people. That's what I did. It's not set in stone. It can always evolve into many variations. So, that's how it is like. And just in case, um, like listeners are like, well, I don't know what's going on, so like maybe I shouldn't be going to that kind of anikura. The thing is, it's very welcoming community. No one's gonna say anything if you don't know the routine. If you just want to do the like throw your hands in the air and then do jump up and down and do your own thing, that's totally fine. Who knows? You might start the trend. So, oh, like interesting fun fact that I would like to share is usually that kind of routines come from Japan.
right.
Like we'll watch Japanese anikura people doing their own shenanigans, and then we're like, "Oh my gosh, that looks so much fun! Let's do that. Let's do it in here too." So that's the usual way. But we have this great thing called internet, right?
Yeah.
Um, that first anikura event that I attended, that I said back in 2018, they started. I think it was that anikura event that they started a trend that got reverse imported into Japan, that
What?
Japanese people start doing it. I'll tell you. When you know Eurocamp, right? The
Yeah.
anime about like girls going camping.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that opening song, "Shiny Day," shiny
Shiny
days,
day.
right?
Yeah.
uh, so U.S. Oda people, they started cracking their UOs with like
Oh,
glue
that.
stick, and then they made a fire pit out of the UOs. They were like, "Oh, let's go campfire!" You know that thing?
Yeah.
We started that.
Oh
We
my god.
started that, and Japanese people saw that through either Twitter or whatever internet platform. They're like, "Oh my gosh, look at these American otas! We gotta do this too!" It's amazing. Isn't that great?
Yeah, I didn't realize it was originally from like the U.S. scene.
Yeah, so like there's no borders, there's no set in stone routines. Like you can start a trend and Japanese people can, learn it off of you. So yeah, if anyone is interested in Anikura events that is about Ota oriented, feel free to come. Check it out. And if you have like, you know what, I really like this song. And if like let's say that you're a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan, or you, maybe you're a Beyblade fan, and then if you're thinking, you know what, just in case my DJ or the DJ plays Beyblade song or like Yu-Gi-Oh song, you know what? I'm gonna bring my props. I'm gonna bring my Yu-Gi-Oh
Dual
duelist
disc.
prop. Yeah, I'm gonna bring Beyblades. So when the song gets played, I'm gonna go ham with them. You can do that, and then who knows? You're gonna set the trend that way. So that's like, doesn't that sound so much fun?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the Anika culture that I really like about.
Hmm. I wanna. Well, we talked about like the Japanese scene adopting like one routine. Is there
Mhm.
one routine that you saw in Japanese anikura events that we should like the U.S. scene should probably adapt?
Ah, oh yeah, so I went to the Shibuya's Anisong Disco Anikura event, and that was so organized, and it was such a I it was something else. Let me tell you how it was like. So on the stage, um, each DJs had their own thing going on, and then some DJs actually like had his own team of girls, like cheerleading girls or dancing girls on the stage. Like for example, it was if you're the DJ Aggie,
DJ
you will
Aggie.
have yeah, DJ Aggie, you will have Aggie girls.
Oh my
And
god.
then yeah, and then it's a group of girls on the stage dancing, and then
Wow.
they have their own routine and hyping up the entire Anikura, like because like what's better than a whole bunch of cute girls dancing, right? And then they will do that, and then they have like dedicated people who will do the MC. People will be
Mhm.
like, the next song is so and so, let's go, and then like people those people that will really hype up the entire club. Also, people come to the club prepared. They will like cosplay as like their favorite character, and then whenever, let's say for example, let's say that you were cosplaying as um Kobayashi-san from Maid Dragon, and
Okay.
then all of a sudden they're playing that "Do do yeah,"
Yeah.
if they're playing that song, you're allowed to jump into the stage and then
Oh
do the dance.
wow.
Yeah, you're allowed. And then these people are prepared. They're prepared. They know all the dances. They know like what to do. So whenever the song that you know how to dance to, you're allowed to jump into the stage and then lead the crowd.
Oh
So
wow.
it's something else. Like these people came prepared. So it was just so good. So I feel like if we can do something like that in here where things are just like that organized, that dedicated, I think that will be a whole new era for Anikura in the States.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So we talked about anikura. We talked about what again, chikagei. There is one specific group of people, of dudes, that recently had a video of them at a bathroom waving UOs. which is cool. And they're called Aniwaza. You are specifically an honorary member of Aniwaza. How did that come to be?
Um, um, well, okay, so I didn't want to narrate this from my perspective, so I actually went to Aniwaza guys. Like, I went to the leader, the co-leader of Aniwaza, Eri, and I'm like, Eri, how do you want me to answer this question? Because I don't want to be like have my own narrative, right? And so Ari's like, you know what? Here, let me write this down for you. So this is what he said. Per Ari contacted Peoni offhandedly on Twitter. Start of contract. Wait, start of contact.
Oh,
Had
contract, not
no,
contact.
contact. Had a few points of contact here and there over DMs, talking about panels and Offkai Expo and Otage stuff. And then formally met during AX 2024 and attended Anikura together at AX and did workshop together. And then we proceeded to do more work together. And then Otakon being the next destination. And that's how I became honorary member after after I asked, hey, at this point I feel like I need to be an honorary member or so because I did so much. And they're like, you know what? You did. I was like, give it to me. And he's like, fine. But he still thinks that I need to go through the initiation, which involves a lot of hazing. He
Oh
still
my
gives
God.
me a lot of. He still gives me such hard time every time I say something that doesn't go well with him. He will say, "You know what? You're kicked out."
Oh no.
Every time I say something, he'd be like, "You're not one of us anymore, Peony." And I'm like, Harry hates me.
Oh no.
But
Eri
I'm
stinks.
just waiting. Waiting on the t-shirts. He did ask me what size t-shirt do you use? I mean, do you wear? You see, like in the picture of Aniwaza, they're wearing Aniwaza t-shirts, right?
Right.
So I was like, give me one of that, and he's like, okay, what size do you wear? And he's like, I think he's about to give it to me this weekend.
Oh.
He better.
He better. This is a threat.
He better. Ari, are you listening?
Well, speaking of Offkai Expo, you hosted a wotagei panel to teach newbies / beginners, which is also, I'm pretty sure, on your YouTube channel. I parsed through it a bit because I still need to learn. Because despite being in the idol culture scene for quite a while, I still don't know like mixes and stuff. So like, your panel is very helpful to me, even though I still need to like watch it in full. What was hosting a panel like that like?
Let's see. It all started like of Kai Expo 2. Second Gen 2, which was last year because it was a local convention. And then I was a VTuber by then. I was like, you know what? Why can't I just hold a panel and teach people otage? Because not many people know otage, right? So,
Right.
so that's why I applied, and then the panel was granted, and I was like, oh wow, okay, like I'm gonna do my best. So I did. Last year, not many people actually attended
Oh.
my panel. Probably because of lack of advertisement. I didn't really promote my panel that much, and then I think I was much smaller VTuber back then. I'm still small, but back then I was like literally nobody. Like nobody knew me. But I still wanted to spread the otage, so that's why I decided to do a panel with help of Kaioken. Again, Kaioken is Kaigai, Otage. Kaigai means overseas. Overseas Otage research group friends who are also local members. So I was like, you guys want to do Otage? Like, I'll have the panel and then you guys do the demo. So like I'll do the narration of like counting beats, explanation, and you guys just like do the demo because like I don't have 3D characters, so I can't do it. So you guys gotta do it. So that was like last year, and then I learned a lot of valuable lessons on how to run a panel more effectively, how to do this, how to do that. So like I took another year to like improve my panel, and then this year Kai Expo is so real. Um,
Real?
again, like yeah, they're so real. Like again, I'm like nobody, like no one knows. I'm such a small time VTuber. But when I asked for a panel again for Wotagei, they literally said, "Peony, do you instead of being a panelist, do you want to be a guest? Like, we'll take you as a guest."
Ooh.
I was like, "Really? Okay." So this year, I had the honor of becoming a guest, so I could do another Wotagei panel. And then with using all the experience that I've gained from last year's panel, I tried to improve as much as possible. Also, like focused on advertising, saying like, guys, like come to learn Otage. Otage is super cool. Please come. And then I think outcome was so much better. And then again, a lot of people who are interested in learning otake and chikage and anikura culture in general. So I think that was a huge success in my opinion.
I would say so. The turnout on the VOD had a bunch of people, so I'd say it's a success.
And I think that actually ignited the whole hype about otake in general, like whole across the country. I think that's when Eniwaza people got more inspired. They're like, oh, they're doing their job there. We gotta do something here too. So it I think it kind of helped me to become their honorary member when I said that. Like, you know what? Like, we cooperate. We do this together. You and I, we both want Otage to be a mainstream thing, right? Let's work together. So, me in West Coast, you in East Coast, like we move around and we do this together. So I think that's how it all worked out. Yeah.
That, West Coast, East Coast unity, very much helpful.
That's
And,
right.
like, I guess using your platform to actually spread the word of Wotogen with Chikagei, very much helpful. Especially for people that are just getting into the scene or like people that are getting into idols and just want to learn like calls and mixes and stuff and like stuff like that. Very much cool. Cool.
I know. If Offkai Expo can be so generous and then let me have another panel next year, my gosh. This community will flourish.
I would
So I'm
yeah,
just
I'd say so.
crossing my fingers, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like if this one was a success, they would definitely would want you to come back for another one, right? Yeah. During that panel, was there like anything that the I guess people couldn't nail down, or like was there anything that was kind of difficult for them to do?
Mm, Otage in general is like very hard. It's
Right.
like it is very hard. It's very niche. It's very hard. It's physically very challenging. Um, it looks cool, but it looks cool for a reason because it's hard.
It takes a lot of
It's a
like stamina and stuff,
hard
right?
to yes. It's hard to look cool. You know. It's hard to look cool. I mean, anyone can actually just pick up light sticks or glow sticks and do otage, but that's the one thing. But to actually look cool, you have to strictly follow the waza from where it originated. So you would say, I would say again, go back to Ginyu Forest. That's a otage group that basically kind of set the standards how otage with W should look like. And then to look like that is a whole another challenge. I didn't really expect and I didn't really set that as a goal that all the attendees who attended my panel to end up looking like that, because that's just not possible
Right. Yeah.
thing to do in an hour. These people who do very well in wotagei or the Ginyu Force in general, they've been doing it for a decade, literally. That's how they look so good. They've been doing it for years, and even for those people in Ginyu Force who were currently active part of Ginyu Force, they all retire when they hit 30. That's
Because
how
yeah,
challenging otake is.
mm,
Once you hit about age 30, you just can't be good as those in 20s.
right.
That's just a fact. I think that's a fact. It's a very physically challenging thing. So I didn't really set that as an expectation. I didn't expect my attendee to look like that by the end of the panel. But what I wanted to do was providing a gateway, providing the introduction to wotagei, showing them the basic moves, um, so they know when they see it in the future by like Ginyu Force doing it or any other groups doing it, they will know that, oh, that's wotagei, oh, that's OAD, oh, that's called Rosario, oh, that's a Thunder Snake right there, right? So those were my goal. But complicated moves like Thunder Snake or Muramasa, people, of course, people had issues learning it because it's complicated, it's hard, and then it was like right on the spot kind of thing. So yeah, it was pretty challenging for people, but that's why I posted a VOD from the panel so people can watch it again and then learn it whenever they can when they get home.
Yeah. Very much thankful for that. Because I still need to learn. I really need to learn.
It's cool. And then we're going to convention by convention these days. Um, Having different panels and then doing unofficial workshops. So those people who are like, I need reinforcement. I forgot how to do it again. Then they're always invited to join in whatever convention they have. So, so I think that's
Interesting.
one way to kind of cultivate entire community.
Yeah. With wotagei and chikagei, doing that in a panel. Heading back to like the anikura topic, what would you say would be your favorite anikura event that you ever attended, and why?
I think each anikura event that I attended, there were unique and entertaining as it was, each one of them, but they all have a special place in my heart. Like I said, like first anikura event that I attended back in 2018 during Anime Expo, since that was my first anikura event, it has a special place in my heart because it was just like first time and it was such an eye-opening moment. Like, oh my gosh, look at all these bunch of otas vibing to anime song. That's so much fun. But then I think my recent favorite has to be the one that got held again in Anime Expo. Uh, it was held by Annie Clover, on Bay Area based DJ anime club group. They
Mm.
actually had an Anikura event during AX and it was so much fun. Yeah, Anywaves. It was called Anywaves. Yeah, it was so much fun. I would say that was my most recent favorite Anikura event.
Um, let's talk about something. You had a like a thread on Twitter about like the state of anikura events. Like it like the whole gist of it was like there's events that are like advertised as anikura, but aren't really anikura. Um, what really makes like a good anikura event?
Um, okay, I don't want to be a hater. I don't want to say things that people don't want to hear, but like, if you advertise your event is anikura or anime music rave, I think people have to deliver it. You can't just okay, like imagine, let's just actually talk about this. Let's say that you live in Japan, you're a Japanese person. Let's just say that.
Right.
And then your local club advertises that, oh guys, we're gonna do American pop music rave. Come, American pop music, Taylor Swift, let's go. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I love American music. I'll go. Let's say that you're a big Taylor Swift fan. Let's say that you got a wig, you got a blonde wig, and you did the makeup, you did the whole Taylor Swift look, and then you go there thinking that you're gonna hear a lot of American pop music. But imagine they play 90 to 95% Japanese music with the 5% of American pop music, maybe like, I don't know, Backstreet Boy. That's not
Backstreet
even
Boys.
American. I don't
It
even know.
kinda is, yeah.
like like Eagles. I don't know. They play that. Wouldn't you get upset? Wouldn't you be like, how? What the? What is this?
This
This is a
wasn't.
scam.
Yeah, this isn't what I came for, right?
Yeah, like literally, right? That's how I feel when people advertise that, oh, we're gonna do anime rave music event. Oh, we're gonna do anikura. Oh, come. Even like anime convention, they will do like anime music rave. You go there. Why am I listening? There's nothing wrong with like Linkin Park. Like, but why am I
At a
listening
rave?
to Linkin Park?
What?
Yeah, they do. Like, I don't know why. Like, no, I'm not a hater. I love Linkin Park,
Yeah,
but like,
but like,
why am
why
I
is that
listening
there?
to this? Why is it 90% like music, non-Japanese music with every now and then they throwing in some mainstream anime music like Demon Slayer opening song? Like, bruh, that doesn't count. Like, this is false advertisement. Like, why you doing this to us? Like, I got scammed so many times. I got mad. I I think like this is not justice.
Without naming a specific one, can you describe like your least favorite one that you went to? Or was it like that one at
I mean,
Anime Expo?
like that. Like, unless you have to do background check. No. I'm serious. You gotta do the background check before you go to those events because there's so many scams. Like we actually, some of my friends, we actually remember all the groups who did that. So we even thought about like, do you guys want to make a Google Doc on
A
all of these?
blacklist?
Yeah, like Google. No, like we're gonna be very like we were going to be very factual. We were going to actually make the percentage of the anime music that got played during the event versus normie music, and then we'll actually keep tabs on them. And then I actually do tell my viewers that, guys, if you wanna go on Ikra events, before you go, like just let me know. I'll do the background check for you. Just let me know which one it is, because I actually have a friend who's like, Pio, this group is about to do Anikra in LA. Like, I'm so excited after going to the Anywaves during AX. Like, it was so much fun. I can't wait to go this one. And I'm like, wait, which group is doing this? Send me the link. And I looked at it. And
It's someone
as
on the
soon as
dock?
I looked at it, I'm like, bruh, no, they one of
No.
those scammers. They're one of these scammers. Like, if you go there, it's probably 90% of like normie music. And then like 5% or 10% like
They got
anime music.
Naruto OPs
they're
in
like,
there.
yeah, literally. So I was like, bro, like just next time, I'm so sorry. Next time, just let me know where you're going and I'll do the background checks. So, like, even for people, like if you're watching this, guys, just ask me, or I'll tell you two groups that you can definitely trust in. Any Clover, they're the Bay Area, like West Coast DJ group. They're 100% authentic Anikura DJ group. And then in the East Coast, if you see a event getting done by um, any party, any song party, or any party, authentic, 100%,
Mm.
100%. Oh, but if I were to add a little more information, any Clover people are more like those, like, um, more like normal club music kind of vibe versus any party people are more like chikagei, wotagei oriented DJ group. Both
Ah,
of them are authentic anikura people who will be playing um 95% anime song or anime adjacent music, if not 100%. So yeah, I super oshi both groups. So check them out. You can trust them, like just by looking at their name.
PO
That's
approved.
right.
Very much.
That's right.
You
PO
know, seal
approved.
approval. For sure. Um, let's let's flash forward a little bit to the future, and I'll ask you, how
Mm-hmm.
can Woda culture become more popular in the states?
Um. Okay, so I actually thought about that. I have two answers. You want the funny one? You want the goofy one? You want a real one? Or you want
uh,
both?
why not both? Porque los dos or whatever.
Okay, let's go with the funny one. Okay. How can we make Oda culture become more popular? Listen, the future is in the hands of cute girls. Girls! I tell you, whenever a group of girls are having fun, it naturally attracts a lot of attention. Right now in the States, like we have good number of guys doing otage, but that's not enough. Like that's not enough. We need more girls to join in. I guarantee that when a bunch of girls start doing otage at convention, it will immediately catch everyone's eye. So I've been on a mission to recruit more girls into the world of otage.
is
Like,
is that why you recruited Royal?
yes, please! Get into otage, please! We need more girls! Anyone who's watching this, if you're interested, please reach out and join us at next panel. This Saturday, Anime NYC, 3:30 to 4:30 in the performance hall. We treat otage girls like national treasure. So, no, I'm serious. I'm serious. So if you're watching this, please reach out to 1-800 POD PO. So that's my funny answers to like how can we make the otage culture or oda culture in general more popular? Yeah, that would be my personal that's my personal agenda. That's been my personal agenda.
Pretty good objective to have, you know. More
I
people
mean, it
in the
makes sense,
scene.
right?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense, right?
yeah.
Like, well, besides that, okay, here's the like other solution that I thought about. I think to really spread the oda culture, I think we need like a team effort. It's
Right.
not something one person can do alone. It takes a group working together with clear roles. I think. We need different teams with specific jobs, like different categories, like performers, supporters, planners, PR team, etc. For example, like performers, like Aniwaza, they should focus on doing otage, while or DJ group like any party handle the music. Whereas like PR team like Ashes, she's like a key to promote our events and getting the words out, right? And then just as important is building a strong, healthy, and inclusive community of supporter. That's so important. Like having a healthy community that is inclusive, full of supporters, people who may not be performing or planning, but still help out behind the scenes. It's so crucial because creating a space where everyone feels welcome and valued, um, that's so crucial because community can easily fall apart. Like
Yeah.
you kind of see community falling apart if when it's like filled with toxic people, or where people who aren't so inclusive, they're in the position of running the group, then you already know it's not gonna work out, because like without having a healthy community, it's not gonna flourish. So I think by working together with a focus on inclusivity, I think each team can help grow and spread oda culture. I think so far we're on the right track, in my opinion.
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's gonna be a thing. But I think we definitely have to do this as a team.
For sure.
You can't do this by yourself.
Mm.
You can't do this like here and there. I mean, we've been trying to do that, like in the West Coast, like we had our own otage group, and then East Coast people had their own thing going on, but like it just didn't really work out that well by themselves. Like we have to put our effort together and then work and collaborate as a whole team with different delegation, different responsibility. I think that's how it's gonna work. Like it's more organized, it's more strategic. So yeah, I think we're on the right track.
Hmm. Going on to that, in a few years from now, where do you see anikura slash wotagei culture? What will it be like in the future?
Um, if things go well, like I described, um, as long as our community stays strong, I hope to see anikura and orage culture become major genre that people enjoy within the anime and J culture scenes. Right now, even like some otaku people, or like anime wee people, they don't really know much. They don't know otage that well. They don't know anikura. They don't know the difference between otage, chikagei. They don't know. It's because no one knows. It's a niche thing. But if things go well in a few years, I really hope to see that people will already know, because it became like a common knowledge. That would be so great. You know, a world where everyone knows and appreciate these culture, like the beauty of otage, chikage. That sounds like a dream. It sounds like a dream come true. I could honestly cry just think about it.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. I'm gonna cry. I can't cry. So maybe one day that will come true.
You know,
Question mark.
a
Yeah.
world where everyone knows Thunder Snake and knows Chaos
Oh
Mix.
my god, I will cry. I will cry.
A little bit, I guess, sentimental. I guess. What would like the current you, being now into like really, being associated with the wotagei chikagei scene, what would the current you tell the Pio that was about to debut in VTubing?
I didn't think much about what to do when I was starting. Like I said earlier, I just started because I was like, I just want to be an anime girl talking about my weeb stuff. Right? So like even back then I just didn't have much thought about it. Like, but if I were to give myself an advice to past me, I would just say, mm, just have fun. Don't stress about things. Don't stress about things. Like you're doing this for fun. Don't get stressed over it. Like there were some times that I went through some challenges. Like I got stressed over certain things, but and then I didn't know what to do. But now I think about at the time it just felt like it was a huge thing. But in the end, you're doing this for fun. Just do whatever you wanna do. Somebody bothers you, just block them. Just ignore them. Just do what you like to do, which is like otage, chikage. Someone tells you like they send you like inappropriate pictures to you. They tell you like nasty things. It's like don't worry about them. Just like block them and just go about otage. Go about doing chikage. Just keep doing things that you wanna do. Don't worry about other things. I think that's what I would say.
I see. Uh, we talked about it a lot with like Anime NYC, but is there any panels or events that you want to promote?
Ooh, yes. Matter of fact, I think everyone who's responsible for these panels are in the chat. Oh, there is a mixes panel getting done by Ashes.
Yeah,
And
Ashes
Scrub?
and Scrub.
Yeah, that's right. That's happening at Anime NYC this weekend. Definitely check out. It's happening on Friday.
Oh, Scrub. Scrub actually sucks.
Oh,
Nah.
I don't know about that. I don't know scrubs like that, so I don't know what to say. But okay. But if you're into mixes, you know, like Taiga, fine. Just in case the people who don't know what mixes are like, yoshai kuzo, Taiga, fire, sniper, fiber, ja. You know, that kind of thing. If you're into that, definitely check out the mixes panel on Friday at Anime NYC.
Yeah.
If you're into wotagei, however, it's happening on Saturday
Ooh.
at Anime NYC, 3:30 to 4:30 at Performance Hall, and I'm gonna be there. Matter
Yeah,
of
we'll
fact,
be there. Yeah.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be doing the intro.
Yeah, and we have a video to promote the panel for Aniwaza. Let's go to that right now.
Shall we watch?
Shall we
Let's
watch?
go!
Let's go.
生きてることと変わり続けることだ不幸に甘んじて満足せずに幸せになろうとしないなんて嫌だこの世は機械ファンタジー次は鬼が出るか茶が出るかねえいつ始まる物語さ人が化け物が緩和球大ピース Past and future can't change the past Past and future bound for the future
Wow. If you wanna learn Andromeda and CPO at the same time, go to that panel. For real.
That's right. Come. That's right. Come. Especially if you're a girl, please come. Like, I'm on my knees. Please come and learn.
Begging.
Please. I'm on my knees. Oh, I'm on my knees. Please go to Otage panel. Please, we need more girls to do Otage. Girls are the future. We treat you like national treasure if you're a girl. Like, I'm serious. Please come.
Yeah.
But if you're a guy,
Also go.
you can come too.
Yeah, why not? Sure, doors open. But more specifically, girls. Come on, go. I guess for PO. Do it for PO.
That's right, do it for me.
All right. I think this concludes this episode of Idolize, but we have a tradition for every single Idolize episode, and it's called The Worst Pep Talk Ever, where I, Eggy Drago, for 1 minute I have to give the guest the absolute worst pep talk ever. So we'll just start this right now. You can't see my camera, but like I have my phone. I have 1 minute. I'm gonna start the timer. All right, 3, 2, 1. Pio, you are doing so much for the wotagei, chikagei community, doing so much for Aniwaza, and it's very much awesome to have someone actually spreading the word of what is right now kind of niche, but like in the near future it should possibly grow, especially with like the rise of like chikagei idols, especially the rise of like anikura events around the country. Fake anikura events suck, and they should not happen anymore. And hopefully with that that Google Doc is very much helpful for everyone. You were awesome. Your karaoke streams are awesome. You're technically not an idol, but you do sing like an idol, and I love the mixes and stuff during those streams. And yeah, keep on going, keep on doing what you gotta do, because you are really, really cool. And that's been a minute.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that That is such a compliment. Thank you so much, Bisolotto. And thank you so much talking crap about those scamming anikura. They need to be gone. Thank you so much for siding with me. I know when I wrote that tweet, okay, like I I keep like all the complaints or negativity out of my space. Like I don't want people to be like, man, this girl, she complain all the time. When is she going to actually have a good time, you know? Like I don't want to give people that kind of vibe. So I always try to hold my tongue whenever there is like like things that I'm not happy about.
Yeah, I feel like that thread was very much needed to like call
But
out
like
actual stuff.
I
Like that.
also realized that nobody is gonna listen. Like nobody's talking about it, and then nobody's trying to do something about it, and then all these scammers out there trying to scam people left and right, and then making even more victims. I'm like, okay, if somebody's gonna do it, if nobody's doing it, I'm gonna do it. So I try to make those wording like very carefully, very gentle. I tried to be very gentle, but inside I was like, if you read that tweet, you'd be like, oh, she seemed very careful. But inside, I was raging. I was like, y'all are a bunch of scammers. So thank you so much for siding with me. And also, like, I think it's important that we let other people know how we feel about those events, so they don't do it anymore. I wanted people to know that no one wants that. One, no one wants that. Two, if you're scamming people. And three, we have a Google Doc of y'all's tracking record, okay? Like, do you want your name here? Do you want your name here? Keep doing it then.
We have the
Keep
receipts.
doing it. So I feel like that was some kind of community service. But I usually don't do that. I'm usually very nice and kind and loving VTuber, okay?
Well, I think this concludes this episode of IDOLEYEZ. Pio, do you have like anyone that you would like for us to raid? If not, we have a designated default target.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Well, let's go with your target.
Okay, all right. Well, frequent raid target at least every single week at this point. We have Crystal Milk Tea. Crystal Milk Tea is a former idol in Canada, and she is currently playing some Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail. So if you're playing it, you might be spoiled a little bit, but Crystal's cute. Crystal's awesome. We had previously Crystal on for episode, I want to say 4 or 5, and they were pretty cool. So we'll be rating them. If you haven't already, follow Pio. The VOD
Follow
for
me.
Yeah, follow her. The VOD will be uploaded on the IDOLEYEZ YouTube channel tomorrow. And then I will hopefully get a announcement for the next guest for next week. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. And then if you're listening to this and you're interested in Otage, you or girl, let me know, okay?
Take up Pio's offer, all right? And
Do we have like a raid message or anything?
IDOLEYEZ raid. There we go.
That's right, everyone. Copy.
Do
Copy.
that.
IDOLEYEZ raid. Copy, copy.
Yeah. All right. We'll be going to our ending screen, but take care, brush, share, be kind, rewind. The next IDOLEYEZ episode will be August 31st, hopefully. So, see you. Thank you, Pio, for being on, and thank you for accepting this opportunity.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Thank you, thank you.
All right, we'll be going to the ending screen. Bye-bye. Watch Pio stream. Go to Anime NYC. Get slapped by Pio. Yeah, wow, wow, wow. Woo. Oh no, my ending screen broke. Oh shit. We'll be rating anyway.